Yeah, fix this.
We're about to take a walk out of the truck.
Oh, yeah. Let's go walk out of the truck.
Oh, talking about thick, Papa.
Oh, no.
Papa.
So this is Brendan Schaub. He talks about life and death. This gets really...
Oh, this is going to be so insightful.
This gets really philosophical. Now, I want you to listen very closely when he mentions his favorite composer. He does say that.
I just take off sprinting towards the 18-wheeler, and I'm running. I thought it was water. I'm running through, and then I smell it's
water. Hear water.
Gas, because we hit the 18-wheeler, and 18-wheelers have big gas tanks. There's gas, like a Die Hard movie, all over the ground. And then I don't know if it's true or not, but based off action movies in the 90s, if there's like a spark, that thing goes up, you know, like a fucking like crazy. So I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. So I get through that, and then when I get to the car, this kid was, I don't know, man, probably 8, and he's in a child seat, and he's in shock. He's going, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm like, you're not gonna die, buddy.
Oh, this is him. Remember when he was a hero and he saved the kid's life? Papa?
Not gonna die. But I can't get the door open, so I
They
broke
had
the
this?
glass through.
Yeah,
and
they
I pulled
added this.
him through.
I'm so sick of cold opens.
I think we're gonna look back on social media and like cell phones in
good,
like
this
10 years and be like, oh, I can't believe we just let this be the Wild West. Like the people that commit suicide, the depression.
So he wants more censorship because they're being mean to him. See, that's where we're at right now.
People have the uptick in therapists, like it's
the uptick in therapists. You know why there's an uptick in therapists? Because all you fuckers gaslight your other friends to say I'm doing so much better since I saw Dewey McGoldstein. He's making me feel real good. And then before you know it, all your podcasts are just you talking about your therapy sessions and fucking dogs.
Also, how come all this uptick in therapy sessions, all these people are getting, like all therapists are getting more work, there's more therapists, and yet people are getting worse? You ever think maybe the therapists are the problem? Be a man. Hold it in here. You were in the UFC, for Christ's sakes. Be a fucking man. Be stoic.
media, man. Because
Whatever happened to Gary Cooper?
We're comparing ourselves to everybody in the negativity. Like, go on a YouTube comment on something you love. Like, there's no way someone's gonna hate on Mozart.
Mozart.
What's your favorite song that
Mozart.
Mozart made? What was your favorite Mozart song? By the way, ask if he's ever been near any classical composer. Any sort of music that he's ever been around has included a skirt, a brrr, and a Playboy in it.
Yo, I listen to Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach.
Nice hoodie, faggot, but I'm more of a Wagner guy.
Go to the comment, even a Mozart or
excuse me, Wagner.
Mozart.
Okay. You,
No, Wagner, Papa.
pronounce it in the proper German.
in like some great song, whatever song you like. Go read the comments. So it's like, holy shit!
And
who hates on this? So it's just like,
there's a movie about composers feuding with each other. It's actually very well known that they used to shit on each other
because it was the East Coast
no,
and the West Coast, and then Biggie was at the same studio when Tupac got shot, and a lot of people say it had nothing to do with it, but the coincidence made him get crazy, and it spiraled into a cycle of bloodshed.
I mean, like Beethoven.
Oh, did they shoot at each other too? They did drive-bys and shit?
No, they didn't have guns. They just kind of hung out and played music.
That's gay.
I mean, I guess.
and a lot of people are, hurt people, hurt. That's what they do. So those people aren't
man.
happy
Cool, man. More shit that's more shit
That's
the
therapist
therapists
talk.
tell you, yeah.
Therapist talk.
with their lives. So they're just whatever it is. It's triggering.
Hey,
Something
there's a
you're
lot of people out there that hurt people that really aren't hurting.
Yeah.
They had an entire island of pedophiles, and the whole island was just made up of all these dignitaries from around the world, and they had everything they could ever want
You
in
could
life.
just call it Puerto Rico. Like, why do you got to call it that? Come on.
Now they're not going to vote to become a state.
Please don't.
Someone's triggering them.
Does that freak you out for like as a father? Because I don't have kids, I have nephews, and I think about like I'm a grown man.
You're a grown man who has a hat that's like 2 sizes too big. What is that about? Is that a look now?
You're wearing a bracelet made of colored beads.
Jesus fucking Christ! Are you gonna call Benny the Jet Rodriguez's game at the end of this?
I like to think I can handle it a little differently than a.
Are you also wearing PF flyers?
I hope he ends up like Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Developing child. A child going into that world of social media freaks me out.
He's the one that got stabbed to death right at the end.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. Whichever one got stabbed to death. That's the one.
Rodriguez might be Puerto Rican. That's on brand.
Awful.
It freaks me out.
Awful.
Especially
yeah.
now being born into it. Like, I
I
wasn't
know.
born into it.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? So I was more on like the cusp. I'm 89, but I at least had some taste of that world.
A normal childhood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We
now
play
it's not
outside.
good. Now it's not good. I mean, I fought with my wife, like my son's birthday cake, or we're surprising him. He's coming down the stairs. She has her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, not who's this for? We're here, man. And like, if you go to a concert, any concert, everyone has their phone.
I mean, okay, the
But
concert I
then
agree with, but
people used to do that in our days when there was a barrier of entry and it was very expensive to have like a video
my
recorder.
dad had a camcorder. I remember
we did too, like certain years.
And I agree with you. Like, you don't need to film everything in life, but like, I understand why parents film birthdays. That way, they could show like grandkids and show the grandpa, hey, look, this is the.
There's a certain acceptable level of it.
Yeah.
If you're taking a phone out to take a video real quick or a picture, if you're not one of these people that's constantly doing it, like every fucking 4 seconds. But yeah, it's your kid come to, you want to see that's part of like life is going back and looking at memories, you fucking retard. Especially for you. You have severe brain damage. You're going to want some videotapes of your kids having great moments because you're not going to remember a lot of this, sir.
Phones out. They're like, we're living in simulations. Like, you choose to.
Yeah.
Because you're at, let me get this straight. You're at the concert, but you're viewing it through your.
He's doing something that welcome to 2012. These are Brendan's
Man.
observations. Hey,
like, why don't you
your
just
CTE brain run on fucking Internet Explorer? Do you just get things now? What's the next bit you're gonna do? Airplane food?
It's like, man, just live in the moment, man. It's like you go out, you see so many people with their heads in their phones, man. It's like they're not experiencing life, man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In 5 years, he's going to be telling people to touch grass.
Yeah, guy that used to be addicted to Instagram and only got off because his wife yelled at him.
Phone?
In 5 years, he'll be like imitating Ryan Long's fucking cadence, and he'll be saying like, "Hey, you gotta get out there, touch grass, dude."
Yeah,
it's just gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like, you're just picking up things 5 years too late.
You're gonna film his birthday party. You should have run it by me.
Home, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, right.
Like, why? You're at the concert.
You know what's
Who
great?
are you airing? And who's like, oh, yeah, Greg's at whatever, Travis
Hey,
Scott.
asshole! So, I don't know a lot of people who film entire concerts.
No.
But sometimes there's a moment where you're like, okay, this is cool. I'm going to take a quick fucking 30-second. I enjoy those videos. I don't know how about you.
No, but imagine
But
you
like
watch
when
the-
they come up on my timeline and somebody's like, we just saw fucking Iron Maiden, and they get to like a cool part, and it's like, all right, I'm going to take a quick clip. The guy's not fucking doing it all night. It's just...
Or like when a band brings up a kid to play the guitar. That's kind of cool. You know, like,
you
hey,
took
let's
a
check
quick-
that out. Look at
oh,
that. Yeah.
But like, it's like, put the phone away, and it's like, we're going to be here for like 3 hours. Calm down. Calm down. We're here for 3 fucking hours.
If you're on vacation, don't send me a picture of Fiji. I can Google better pictures.
He's doing the Crystalia thing again.
What are you doing?
For real. But Brandon, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it.
course, man.
Yeah, it's pretty badass to have you sitting next to me.
Is it?
Why?
And I do want to ask, I've hounded you to try to, invite you on this podcast, and you graciously said yes. Was there anything?
Well, of course you said yes. You're doing it in a studio that says Thick Boy on the table.
Yeah, I'll do it, Papa, but you got to rent the space in my studio.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
particular that interested you? Because I feel like usually when people have a willingness to do it, maybe there's some interest in the conversation. Lost
$20 from Dark Mofo. I spent all my money on bills today. Think you sent some people to my site after the show. Rumble.com/The Peep Show. Yeah, go to The Peep Show.
Yeah, guys, go to the Peep Show on Rumble.
I mean, I hope it's not bad.
or whether it's experience or
None of that.
fascination.
None of that. I'm open-minded to all topics. So obviously the title of your
Title.
show, I knew it was going to be about death
Open-minded is not the word you're looking for, Brendan. It's your fucking airhead.
and stuff like that, which is I'm always down to talk about.
Tall
So
Bob.
many people helped me out when I was coming up. So it's, I give back. That's just my thing to do. I don't know if you have a.
Okay.
What about in your
Here you go.
world with
This is good.
comedians? Because my opinion is, like, I cope with humor. I'm not a stand-up comic by any means, and I think
You're not even an adult.
humor has been a good part of my coping mechanism. But I see stand-up comedies usually their shit comes from dark places. No, Would you say that, or is it not everywhere? Not everywhere.
I think so.
I mean, I don't fucking think.
I mean, I'm not the guy to ask about comedy, man.
Yeah,
to
come
be
on,
honest,
bro. What do I know?
Hey,
dude?
Papa, you should ask somebody who's good at it. I don't know, Theo Vaughn. He used to talk. He used to return my phone call. I would text him right now, but
I don't know, bro. It's like comedy comes to me like from Mexican food names. Like I think that shit's fucking hilarious, B.
bro, have you really ever really sounded out fajita?
Bro, it's a funny word.
It's not everywhere. I mean, I think you have to have some sort of chip
Do
on your
jokes
shoulder.
come from a painful place? Nah, B. Sometimes they come from Nick Swartzen.
Good point. Yes, that's a good point.
God.
Damn it. But I mean, actually, although it's Nick Swartzen, so yes, they do come from a painful place.
A very drunken, painful place.
And I've always felt like an outcast. So I think comics, a lot of them are outcasts. As far as the darkness, you're gonna have some darkness. I have some darkness, but I think there's that misconception where it's like, oh, everyone had bad childhoods and this and drug addicts, and it's like,
no. Only the funny ones, not you. You're not. See, the funny ones had problems.
Is he confusing stand-up comedians with serial killers? Because that doesn't make any sense. A lot of fucking stand-up comedians came from upper middle class Jewish homes. If we're being honest,
That's a
two
good point.
parents.
That's a good point.
That's not a. That's like, oh man, they think every comedian. No,
Ronnie
really,
Dangerfield didn't have a bad childhood.
Hey, I love my parents.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all jokes, folks. No, but like it's you imagine him having to explain all these years later. No, my dad was a great guy. They were called jokes. No, but like it's just everybody thinks that. No, those are serial killers. He's confusing. Yeah, they think all these guys come up from like drug addicted homes and they were molested and people put cigarettes out on them, and you're like, that's serial killers. Usually have all that in common.
Only like 50% of people at Gas Digital are like that. So that's pretty kind of fucked up that you're doing that, all right?
Yeah, and Lewis's dad got stabbed, so that's not fair.
No.
To be like, oh, he came from a broken home.
But when Puerto Ricans die in a stabbing, they go to the Puerto Rican Valhalla because they died in a Puerto Rican battle.
That's true. That's true. You get stabbed anywhere in the tri-state area, you go to Valhalla, and your family gets a check like the martyrs got from fucking Palestine.
They come to your house with a folded up Puerto Rican flag and a CD, and a CD with a Puerto Rican flag on it with Fat Joe's Greatest Hits. And they show up and they go, yo, bro, on God, he died a hero's death, dog. On God.
And it's not even a flag, it's a seat cover.
It's a
pair of Puerto Rican flag seat covers. Don't worry, bro. It fits a Civic. I already tried them out.
You're good. All right, bro. Peace.
Oh, shit, man.
Fuck.
Musicians too. Like every musician's into heroin.
Right,
It's like,
not the case.
There's really famous ones that had issues.
The good ones.
For the most part, the comics, like the big comics you guys know, like Bill Burr, Segura, Rogan, dude, their work ethics would put freaking LeBron James to shame. You know, it's like those guys don't have any fucking problems. Now, in their childhood, I'm sure everyone has trauma. Even the rich kid in the penthouse in Beverly Hills has trauma to him. That's his perspective. So everyone has trauma.
Right.
But this idea that every comic's dark and it comes from, a very dark place. Yeah, for some that works, but a lot of them are just normal dudes.
Right.
Who are very gifted and funny.
Normal's boring.
First off, I get it, but you're not gifted and funny. Every time somebody, and it's always these low level fucking up and coming podcasters. Look, do your job, do what you got to do. I get it, but like they always. What bothers me is when anybody interviews him, because Brendan's some sort of person you should be asking about comedy. Like he's not. He's not. He's an idiot. Do not take this man's advice because the only advice he could give you is be friends with Joe Rogan. That's it.
Yeah, I always I feel like what I see is a form of expression. So I wonder if it's just literally just where it comes from.
Who is this guy?
Some idiot.
Who the fuck is dead to 59,000 subs? He ain't that small.
Yeah, I think I'm a super opinionated person. So it's like on stage, that's the one place where you're not going to get in trouble because when the audience buys a ticket, they agree that none of this is serious.
Plastic.
5 takes.
Plastic.
5 takes to do a 25-minute special.
You're here to laugh. by any means necessary.
Well, not if I go to a Brendan show.
Yeah.
So whether it's left, right, woke, whatever it is, transgender, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. You bought the ticket and you have agreed verbally that nothing, this shouldn't offend you. These are jokes.
All right, so tell that to Michael Richards. Or how about this? How about this, Brendan? Remember when you buried Shane Gillis?
Oh, yeah, I was about to say something.
Remember you buried Shane Gillis? Hey, that was a clip from his fucking paywall podcast. That was from a premium episode of his podcast. So everybody that was meant to hear the Ching Chong Chinaman joke, there was supposed to be people who bought the ticket. Remember when his thing was, I just think it's not funny. I just think Shane Gillis
It's not funny. It wasn't funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, he's not funny. You're
Probably
right.
one of the
Shane
fucking
Gillis is not
funniest
funny at
people
all.
around right now.
Gillian Keeves isn't one of the funniest sketch
Come
fucking channels right
on.
now. Stop it.
But he did that. But he was like, I remember. I know.
Fucking ISIS Toyota.
Yeah.
He's done some fun. Bro, forget about Shane Gillis' stand up, which
Right.
is very funny. His sketches are fucking
What
ridiculous.
a fucking
bro.
retard, bro.
And it's the one place where, you can get away with it. Because you can't get away with it on YouTube, can't get away with it on social media.
You know where you can get away with it? On Rumble. We have been the spiciest we've been since the Fifth Circle days, to be honest with you. And it's so nice. I look forward to this again. It's so great.
We haven't even gone that crazy. It's
No,
just that I
but
don't have to fucking stop saying jokes.
Exactly.
Away with it on the news. But in
Wait till our Christmas special episode, Blood and Soil. Tune in for that one.
stand-up comedy, that's the one.
Everyone
place
else
we've
is
always-
celebrating Jesus' birth. We're going to be getting to the bottom of who killed him and why we celebrate his life.
My theory's Italians, but I just saw the pictures.
See, now Rumble's loving this deal. I mean, Rumble's loving having us on this fucking thing.
I think they are.
Agreed that you can't come for this. In this lane, you cannot come for us.
Right.
And they try. They still try to come, but it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop. My shoes keep sticking together with the Velcro.
Oh, the Velcro?
You hear that, right?
The Dion's, dude,
Yeah,
old school.
I'm not gonna lift my feet up for the camera.
Those are great.
I'm kind of taking it back a little bit when you story about your grandmother that you lost with that fight.
You mean the grandmother that you went and you don't know who you literally posted about funeral fit? Remember his funeral fit joke at his grandma's funeral?
Yes.
On Instagram?
Oh my God, yes, I can flex on the haters or whatever.
Funeral fit, boys.
Do you remember what afterwards? Because I want to keep it on theme in regards to do you remember a process of dealing with it, or you just truck on?
No, I struck on.
Yeah. Did you ever?
I think what helps me is even back then, I wasn't as busy as I am now, but I was fighting. So it was and I lost that fight. So I was trying to figure out my camp, and I moved to California, and it was like a new thing. So it was I was so busy, I could put that to the side, and I knew she was cool with the choice. So it was just cool, man. It's also, it's what old people do.
Yeah.
They die.
So is that it? Is it more the fact that you had that conversation with her?
That's somebody slipping, Jimmy. Thank you, slipping, Jimmy. We kind of glossed over the fact that this dude has Velcro shoes still, because he said the Velcro's sticking.
Well, maybe they're more comfy.
Look, I wouldn't be against going back to Velcro shoes if we could make them fashionable, okay?
Prior thinking she was cool, so you didn't feel like you had a process to work
I
through?
think I would have been like that no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm a guy.
You're just a funny guy, naturally funny guy.
Just
I'm
run of the mill
trying to instill
fucking, they just call. That's why they say, man, they always say Brendan kills, bro. I always hear that, man. Brendan was here tonight. He killed.
He did.
He killed the room.
He killed.
Everyone left.
Yep, they were gone. He killed the bartender's tips. He killed everything.
Like the lightning being fucking, like the Avalanche beating the Lightning 5-0 in a sports bar.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And watching fucking all the people go, could I get my check, please? This is not working.
Yeah. The only thing he killed was the sex drive of whoever he brought to this fucking Raptor.
Listen, my kids, and my father did this with me. It's especially in sports, but it translates to everything in life. Is if you throw an interception, you're not dwelling on it. You're not thinking about that. It's on to the next play, man.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the problem, Ryan Leaf of comedy. All you do is throw interceptions. You don't throw anything but interceptions. You are an interception machine.
And so in life, it's I've had some tough breaks, man, and I don't dwell on it at all. Yeah, or people come for me, other people talk shit or whatever, and try and create drama on the podcast.
What tough breaks?
and
You
social
failed upwards.
media. I will think about that for literally 5 minutes and I move on.
We're in your head, homeboy. If you only think about it for 5 minutes, Brian Callen wouldn't have come with a bunch of legal documents threatening to send the FBI to Bobby Lee. So no, the fact that he's trying to play cool as a cucumber while at the same time panicking about social media, go fuck yourself, Brendan. How about that, you unfunny prick? I'm so sick of this guy.
It doesn't
and
even
his
affect
fake
him.
sincerity. You want to be Rogan so bad, but you can't fucking be Rogan. That's the problem. All of you guys want to be Rogan, but you're not going to fucking be Rogan. All you'll ever be is when they say Brendan Schaub, you know what they're going to say? Oh, Rogan's friend?
Yeah, you'll never be Rogan.
Uh-huh.
You'll always be a guy who knows Rogan.
Congratulations, Garfunkel. You're killing it.
That's not true. Garfunkel actually contributed to the band.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He's the and in Simon and Garfunkel.
You're fucking Colonel Robert Parker.
Yeah. Fuck you. I fucking hate this guy. It's that fake sincerity is what really bothers me about him, you know? Yeah, B, because, you know, like, the meaning of life is about not being on Instagram.